He's not there to play around. He's trying to smoke you. That's what life's supposed to be about. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is the person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to win the fight. I don't know that. But Roach cannot be this underrated like him. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that Roach came from basically the same ecosystem that Tank came from. Roach is a very formidable opponent. So I'm not going to talk about none of that when we get about Roach. Because what I'm telling you about the other stuff, don't really...
We know that Gervonta is going to fight Jake Paul in November. And then we'll see what happens if there's an AJ fight. Be interested to go from Gervonta Davis to Anthony Joshua, but I don't think the Chavez fight is terrible. I think it's...
This looks like a smart move. Isaac Cruz has been working in Gervonta Davis camp ahead of the upcoming rematch. With Gervonta Davis, and by the sound of it, Tank is locked in. According to Gervonta Davis, laser focused like a man on a mission. Cruz said, "Looks like he's hunting something Gervonta Davis fire under and now has back to being the dangerous version of himself." Of course, there's more to Cruz's presence than just helping out. The two have history. Cruz went the full 12 rounds, Gervonta Davis a close, hard-fought battle. And he hasn't been shy about wanting a rematch. Being in camp now is less about friendship and more about study. Cruz is watching Gervonta Davis. Of shape he's in, what changes he's making Gervonta Davis all reconnaissance. Because if that rematch happens, Cruz wants to be ready, and this time, he plans to finish the job. Gervonta Davis in weight and captured the WBA super lightweight title with an impressive stoppage win over Gervonta Davis, but his reign didn't. Last long, he lost the belt in his very next outing to Jose Valenzuela. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis remained at lightweight and recently delivered a brutal knockout against Frank Martin. A reminder of why he's considered one of the most dangerous finishers in the Gervonta Davis opponents in his career, and only to have managed to go the distance. The first Gervonta Davis 9th rounder, the second Isaac Cruz.
You go my honest opinion, I feel like me and Lamont Roach, stylistically, is the hottest fight in the weight division. Yeah. Lamont Roach stood right there with Gervonta, the hardest puncher in the division, right? Ooh. So put him up against me, I'm not going nowhere.
Y'all really gonna box, man.
We're gonna fight. I feel like stylistically, that's one of the best matchups in the division for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of rolling in that fight.
You know, I'm an argumentative motherfucker, right?
It's gonna be high pace.
When I have my belief is my belief.
Everyone else has Gervonta Davis. Power isn't hype, it's a proven weapon. His timing is razor sharp, and his explosiveness overwhelms most opponents. Few fighters can survive it, and even fewer can match it. Gervonta Davis, what so many others couldn't, he went the distance with Gervonta Davis. And it's the way their first fight ended that has caused everything to unravel between them. Gervonta Davis fought a smart, disciplined fight-making myth.
Too close, but neither one really, it wasn't enough to separate them. You know what I mean? Based on the judges' scorecard, yeah, the knockdown would have played Roach would have won. I think it should have been a sweat no matter what. I feel that, but it is what it is. They call it, no excuse. Tank was doing a lot early. Like, I rewatched the fight, I think 2 days ago. I was up, and we watched the fight over there.
Miss, controlling the pace and staying composed under pressure. The most talked about moment came in the 9th round, when Davis unexpectedly, the referee waved it off as a slip, but the replay told a different story. There was no clean punch, and Davis later claimed grease had gotten in his eye. Many fans weren't convinced. To them, it looked like Roach had broken.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan, that the fact that I did watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed
Right.
for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking just
in his rhythm. maybe even his will, they felt Roach deserved more credit. The fight was ultimately scored a majority draw, but Roach wasn't shy in the aftermath. In interviews, he made it clear he believed he won that fight and that a rematch would only prove it beyond doubt. His confidence and Tank's need to silence the doubts has turned this rematch into something far more personal, and that brings us to the mess. While most expected the rematch to be quickly finalized, when
but let's finish first this one because this one is taller champion like that. So I have a lot of things to do.
public with a very different story claiming that Gervonta Davis still hadn't signed the contract, the drama escalated on social media. Hold back. Just days ago, heaped tension between the two camps has only grown since then. What was supposed to be a straightforward rematch has now turned into a public tug-of-war full of uncertainty. Mind Gervonta Davis had already been bubbling before all that. It really started heating up on June 14th when Gervonta Davis about the wave of hate he'd been receiving.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see.
If you feel good?
We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this like I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk.
Leaving Gervonta Davis with a warning that shot didn't go unnoticed, and things escalated fast. A fan brought up the lingering controversy over unpaid money from their first fight. Let it slide. He jumped under another one of Gervonta Davis from there. Things just kept spiraling. Roach began posting more often, clearly fed up and convinced that Davis was stalling on the rematch. He repeatedly questioned why Tank still hadn't signed, called out what he saw as excuses, and even compared the situation to Ryan Garcia, hinting that Davis might be looking for a way out.
Something on the table. So people who think I'm taking this fight for money, that wasn't the thing. Because I actually had an offer that was higher than the Tank offer. Yes. To defend my belt. So for all the people who think I was, he's doing it for a check. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't even doing the check. That's doing it for a check. We ain't doing it just for the check. We ain't doing it just for the check, but trust me, because don't forget.
Out. Just like Garcia did when he withdrew from a fight, citing mental health concerns. Since then, Davis has gone mostly silent, scrubbing all tweets related to Roach from his timeline. But the silence speaks volumes. Fans have started to speculate, is Tank really hesitant to take the fight? He admitted that Lamont Roach caught him off guard. You don't expect that from a guy who's supposed to just be technical, he said. But now, he's fully aware of what Roach brings and he's not underestimating anything. You can see the shift. He's sharper, more focused.
They're both going to come ready again. See, the first one was a tough one, too. I had Lamont putting up, I'm not lie. But, yeah, smudge, I wasn't mad at the draw. You know? I'm going to rock with Lamont, though.
Think Lamont takes it?
It's hard. Lamont surprised me a lot, you know? So, yeah, I'm taking Lamont, man.
And clearly preparing for war. As for Isaac Cruz, he's made it no secret that he wants another shot at Davis. Being in camp gives him a rare behind-the-scenes look at how Tank is adjusting. For Cruz, it's not just about training, it's strategic. It's reconnaissance. He's studying everything, how Davis moves, how he prepares, where the openings might be. He wants to know exactly how to beat him. As a boxing fan, I can't help but be intrigued. This isn't just about one fight, it's about a domino effect. Roach lit the fuse, and now everyone's watching to see who delivers the explosion. Roach has been outspoken ever since the draw, criticizing the judge.
If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you can see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you can see him wipe his other eye. So it's like, it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him in exactly which eye. So it's like...
Judges calling out what he believes was a missed knockdown and making it clear he felt he won. He's pointed to the stalled contract as further proof that Davis is hesitating. When asked directly if he thinks the rematch will actually happen, Roach didn't hesitate. With no official announcement yet, the pressure has only grown. Davis has gone.
You don't have enough experience. You really should have waited and took your time before you came to me, and that's what Gervonta Davis told him. And he was right. He was absolutely positively right. And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude a like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight. Yeah.
No, there's no, see, that ball.
Quiet on social media, but behind the scenes, his gym activity shows he's training hard for something. Meanwhile, Roach is ramping up the heat, using every platform, interviews, podcasts, tweets to push the narrative that he's being avoided. In the background stands Isaac Cruz, watching it all.
Now, he's trying to please the fans possibly and take this fight versus Lamont Roach in a rematch. You know, is it even worth it to please the fans who are going to love you one minute, hate you the next? They're going to love him this minute, they're going to hate him the next minute. Oh, I don't like it. He can fight Lamont Roach, and they're going to say, well, he's supposed to knock Lamont out if he does win. You know, or if he loses to Lamont, they're going to say, oh, we knew Lamont was better. It's just always, it's a never-ending.
Unfold. 3 years removed from his war with Davis, Cruz is using this opportunity in camp not just to help but to gather intel. He wants his own rematch, and he's studying everything, waiting for his moment.